Ted Baillieu speaking to you as former Premier and former Chairman of Victoria's Anzac Centenary Committee. And can I thank the City of Port Phillip for their extraordinary contribution to the Anzac Centenary. And we will never forget that more than 7,000 original Anzacs came from St Kilda, South Melbourne and Port Melbourne alone. What we learned from the Anzac Centenary is that in the course of commemoration, the most powerful thing we can do is to make contemporary connections to those who served and sacrificed. Those connections may be of service or, of course, of family, but also of community, churches, sporting clubs, and of institutions, the schools, universities, and of occupations, and especially places, suburbs, streets, homes. Now, the digitisation of Australia's very good World War I records ensured making those connections was possible. If you live in the city of Port Phillip and in a home that's more than 100 years old, chances are your home was once occupied by an original Anzac. Now, it's horrifying to think that just 20 years after World War I commemorations, we will be marking the centenary of World War II. Australia's World War II records are not as complete as World War I and are not yet fully digitised, but we do hope that that process will be completed in time for the centenary. Nevertheless, these connections are just as important as they ever were, no matter how we access them. Now, Remembrance Day provides that the world has an annual commemorative ritual, originally recalling World War I, but now with wider meaning. We wear the poppies, we hear and say, lest we forget, and we respond, we will remember them. Now, we may not be able to be together this year in person, but the mission is just as important as ever. We must do more than just perform the rituals. But to remember, we must connect. Local and personal stories are essential. Now, the City of Port Phillip is to be congratulated for its online project, which they have titled Through Childhood Eyes, Hidden Stories of World War II. This marks the 75th anniversary of the end of the war, and it reminds us all of the impact of war on those at home, no matter where those homes were. The project begins this public process of reviving and making those contemporary connections to those who served and suffered in World War II. Lest we forget, we must connect. Thank you very much.